Okay, so basically what, and I also want to screen share and go to my PowerPoint. Okay. Okay. So I know when, like I always say, in real estate, one of the hardest thing is to have, let me do this to see how it works. Okay. One of the hardest thing is to lead generate and be able to have people that we can work with. I always say our job in real estate is to talk to as many people as we can about real estate. So that's our job. The more people we talk, the better it is. You have to lead generate, and once you get these names, phone numbers, addresses, you put them in your database, and you will do follow-up. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about the difference between marketing versus prospecting when you are doing lead generation. And just remember, if you lead generate every day, you control your income. When you control your income, you control your life. You see how these people who are on various payrolls, the moment last year something went wrong, everybody was out there, we only have 1 month reserve, we can't do anything, whatever. In some ways, it's because they have not control over their finances and over their income. And that's why they get into situation like they were. So I want you from get-go to understand that you came to real estate and you are a business owner now. You are not one transaction, you're not transaction-oriented commission earners. You came in, you went to Galleria, and you leased a space, and that's your store. This is your store now, and you handle it as business. The only difference is in shopping mall, people will come to your store, and in real estate, you go out after these customers. And that's one of the hardest things. And you have to go with that on discipline. Okay. So what is the difference between marketing and prospecting? Can either one of you tell me what is the difference? No? Okay. Marketing is what you pay for. Marketing requires you spending money on lead generation. Marketing is things like postcards, newsletters, paid advertising, buying leads from outside sources. So marketing is expensive. When you do geographical farming, let's say, you have a choice. You can do full marketing, which means that you don't go out and meet those people. You just keep sending postcard every 3 weeks. You send newsletter. You spend money for people to get to know you. You can do the same thing through prospecting when you are what we call geo-farming. So let's say you choose an area that you want to work with. If you're paying postcards and newsletters, it's a lot of money, because if you take 600 homes in one area, right now I think it's 58 cents per postcard. Imagine if you're sending 600 postcards at 58 cents times 58, that's $348 every time you send something out. And you, in the beginning, first 6 months, you have to send postcard once every 3 weeks for you to be registered in somebody's mind. So at the end of the day, it may cost you about $5,000–6,000 minimum when you do marketing in your area. Now you can do the same thing by prospecting. And when we talk prospecting, it involves you actively doing the work. And some of this prospecting is like door knocking. You take that area every month, you start from this street, you go door knock, door knock, door knock, introduce yourself to these homeowners. You give them something, an item of value to them. We will talk about it later. But people will get to know you month after month when you go and you knock on their door, introduce yourself, and they see you. Believe me, once they see you for 3 or 4 times, they know that you are the local realtor. Because everybody starts door knocking, especially in January. Everybody's going to go, hey, here we go. We're going to go and make this year the best year. And I always say, no, your year starts in October. That's why the next 3 months is going to be all about lead generation, prospecting, and whatever you have to do in order for you to have leads that you can work on in starting January. I don't want you to be a starving agent 6 months from now. So prospecting is proactive prospecting. It's daily effective and efficient prospecting. What does it mean? It means that every day you will say, here's the area that I work, and I'm going to be out there 3 hours a day, knocking on people's door, introducing myself, and letting them know that I'm their local real estate agent. It means that you go and you attend open houses for other agents, and you generate people who are coming in there. You will learn the script for open houses. You will learn what to do, and you get their names, and those are your leads. You will continue to be in touch with them through follow-up. You will also learn that you can put ads on Craigslist, Facebook ads, and you do networking. Like Ovsana, in your hairstylist business, you have people who come there. There are many, many homeowners there that once they know you are in real estate, those are your leads. You can really work them. Like I said, put your flyer in there, put your business cards there, have a nice banner with your name and picture.
Would you recommend just business cards to start off with, or like pens or something like that that's useful for people to have?
You can do that too. You can put your business cards there, or you can do a promotional item and say, this month, because I just started my real estate career, here is a promotional item that I have for you. And you can check, I'll tell you where to go for it. You can have pens, you can have notepads with your name and your phone number and whatever, and you give this to them. There's so many things that you can do. You can do a drawing every month for Starbucks coffee or a car wash or whatever. Denise, you can do it if you have a family member who owns a business, you do it there. For my open houses, I usually get like 2 car wash tickets from wherever that open house is. I go to the car wash in that area and I get 2 gift certificates, and I make fun thing out of it. I'll say, complete this form and get a car wash from this, I put their banner or something in there, and people are okay to put their email address because I have to let them know who is the winner. And I call them the next day, because if I'm in busy open house, I really don't have the time to sit down and see what are they looking for and whatever. But my goal is to get everybody's name, phone number, and email address, so I can follow up with them as soon as my open house is over. The ideal is to call them the same Sunday evening and say, hi, this is Denise. I just met you in my open house in such and such address. First of all, thank you so much for being there. And I just wanted to see, it was busy, I couldn't talk, but I just want to see, what are you looking for? What areas? How can I help you? And if they say, no, it's too late, we don't want to talk, say, okay, will it be okay if I call you tomorrow at this hour? What's the best hour for me to call you? I've learned if you call them immediately after open house, you're fresh in their mind. You let it go to the next day or the following day, you've lost them already. So just remember, even the best CPAs out there, doctors, whoever, they have to go and lead generate, because nobody knows if you're just fresh out of university and you're the best CPA in the world. If nobody knows you, you're not going to have business. So it's up to us to go out, introduce ourselves in any means that we can. If you have the money, you do marketing. If you want to save money or you don't have the funds yet, you do prospecting. Because I know my nephew, who is a facial, dentist, I don't know what's the name of the oral surgeon. He had to go dentist to dentist, introduce himself so that he can get business from them, because nobody knows who he is. I don't care how good he is. So if the CPAs are doing, dentists are doing, we are no less than that. We have to do it as well. That's your first priority. Any questions so far? No? Okay.
Right now, with COVID and when you say go door knocking, door to door, like literally go door to door?
I literally, you know what? In my geographic area, when I'm marketing, I used to go, even during COVID, I changed plans when I was during COVID. The first 6 months, okay, I did not go because I did not want to put myself in that position. But that 6 months, because I had their phone number, I was calling them to say, hi, this is Armina. First of all, let me go back. Yes, I practically went door by door in Sunland area where I work as my farm, and I introduced myself to the neighbors. The first time, there were some people who closed the door at me, but I just go knock, knock, and I stand back because I don't want them to think that, I would not open the door to somebody who's so close to the door. I dress professionally. I go door knock, stand, and I usually have something about the neighborhood, like what was sold in the area in the last month. And I just introduce myself. Hey, my name is Armina. I'm with Keller Williams Realty, and I work in this neighborhood. I just wanted to have a face-to-face introduction. Here is some information for the neighborhood. And is there any, do you have any plans about doing any real estate in the next 3 months or 6 months? Yes, no. Okay, perfect. Well, here is my information. You will see me around in the future. And when the time is right, I hope I will earn your business. Okay, so first time they will forget about me, right? Next day or 2 weeks ago. But if I keep going back, do you think they will forget me? No, they won't. You know how many listings I've received because of our door knocking? I would go, especially summer, they're sitting outside on the porch. Hi, how are you? I'm Armina. I would go and they said, are you interested in doing any real estate in the next 6 months? No, we are not, or we have a friend. Fine, okay, use me as your backup. Same people called me, not even 6 months later. They called me, this was in September. In November, they called me to say that they're retiring, they're moving to Arizona, and if I can go and take a look at their house because they're thinking about selling. There was no friend. They just wanted to get rid of me. But because I've been there so many times, and they were ready, now I got their business. I had probably 4 transactions from my farm just because of walking.
And that's a good strategy to say, like, oh, I'll be your backup, because I think people think real estate agents are really pushy, and they say, oh, like, nobody likes feeling pressured, like, oh, you have to call me or you have to do this. So that's like a good, no pressure strategy.
Exactly. And remember, it's like a bank account. You first have to fill up that bank account. You can't withdraw from that account if you have not deposited something in there. It's like any relationship. You can't just take and take from the other person. You first have to deposit something good in the relationship in order to be able to withdraw something. This is a relationship. These homeowners have to see that throughout the 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, you are providing them with value. So when the time comes, you ask them for business. Most of us, like I do once a year, I do client event appreciation. So everybody who throughout the years have bought more than one property from me or has referred me more than 2 clients to me, they're in my so-called A plus, and B plus list. So every year I do an event depending what age bracket. Last year I did the photo shoot for them, for the ones who have young children in the park. There was no conversation about real estate. This is not for me to ask business. This is me giving back to them. When Hollywood Ball was open, I would arrange for a group outing to Hollywood Ball, and I would invite a group of people that I thought they would mix well together from my past clients, and I would invite them to Hollywood Ball. This is my way of saying thank you for your business. So when you will eventually have to do client appreciation events in your business, but at this point, you just want to build your database and work it, okay? SOI is sphere of influence. Those are people that you know and people who know you. Most of the business usually comes from people who know you. It's easier to get business from people who know you if you have a good name and good reputation, to get business from them, family members, than strangers. You have less convincing to do. But even your family members, remember, when we are new in the business, give them the benefit of the doubt that they may think, oh, Armina is too new in this business. Can I trust her? Why can I trust her that she will do a good job, right? You always, that's why the concept of team is very important, that you are not alone. You are not new. I am here as your partner to be with you for when you're meeting with the buyer, when you're meeting the seller. So you always say, I know you may think I'm new, but I have a partner who's been in the business for 28 years. So we will be there together to make sure that you are fully protected in this transaction. You have to give them that confidence. So cold calling, door knocking was another ways of prospecting. Any question on prospecting before I go to how to build your database? Okay. So what is a database, or what we call CRM? If you have a business, Osana, we were talking to one another. You said that, your business has so many people. That's your hair salon's database. And those are your gold mine. That's when eventually when you want to sell your business, that's the gold value is. It's not the place or whatever, it's the clientele. So you have to build up this database. You first build it, and then you nurture it, and the business will come to you. So you may think, oh my God, who are my database? Well, start with your family members. Who are your family members? Who are your spouse's family members? Who are your current best friends? I put down as many things as I could think of in here, and you can always add to it to give you an idea. Who are your 10 college friends? Put them up, get to talk to them. Go on social media, find them. Reacquaint with them if you have to. And Command has a database that you can enter everybody there. But until such time that you know how to do it, just put it on an Excel format. Just think of people in this list or in this list Oksana, do you volunteer at school? And then,
I do my kids' school. I'm a board member of PTA actually.
perfect. All these people in those boards can go into your database. Denise, what kind of networking or where are you that you think you can have a circle of people that you can use?
Probably like in the fitness
Perfect.
world. Yeah.
Get them there. These people need to buy a home or own a home.
Definitely.
I used to do before, when I was in Glendale many years ago, I used to walk all the businesses on Brand Boulevard because I figured all these mom and pop operations, those are the owners who are working there most of the time because they can't afford to hire somebody yet. So if they own a business, chances are they also own a home. So instead of going door knocking in single family residences, I would go and door knock businesses. And I got quite a large number of people in my database now who are repeat clientele. Either they wanted to buy or they sold. So businesses, the mom and pop businesses, are a very good source to add to your database. And one thing that you have to learn as you go into your business, ask for referral. I always say, I would not be doing my job if I won't ask you, who do you know who wants to do real estate, buy or sell in the next 3 to 4 months? That's my closing statement when I want to leave my friends. And some of my friends would say, okay, Armina, we know what you want to say. I say, yeah, but apparently you haven't heard because I haven't received any referral from you. And I know you know people who want to buy or sell.
Do you ask that while you're asking them if they want to purchase any real estate, or after they give you the business? Like, let's say you help them buy a house, do you ask them that after or just when you're meeting them?
The best time to ask for a referral is during the transaction, because that's the time that people, when they're in escrow, oh, they're all happy, excited about real estate, no matter where they go, unless they believe in jinx that they will not say they're buying a house. They will talk about real estate at their office, oh, we wrote an offer, oh, we did this, oh, we did that. And another thing is, when you get a buyer and you represent them and they're in escrow, ask them if they're working in an office. Now things have changed a little bit. We get that. Before, I used to send flour or See's candies or something like that, or the fruit, what is the name of that thing? The fruit baskets.
The edible arrangement.
Yes, I would send it to their office. And my coach had taught me that. When it goes to their office, guess what? Everybody's going to ask, oh, who sent you
Who
this?
sent you that?
And they're bound to say my real estate agent.
Right, that's smart.
So you learn, you will learn and you will do all these things too. I'm just opening your mind to the possibilities and what can be done. I also encourage you to go to YouTube and just type in real estate lead generation and just watch some of these videos, because you will get pretty good new ideas as how other agents do lead generation. And some of them have really good ideas. There's one lady, I forgot her name. She does wholesaling, but I really like watching her videos. So, oh, if you're married, who were all those people who were invited to your wedding, especially Armenian weddings? 400 people came there, dined, dinner, all these things. Granted, they brought good gifts. But I think the least they can do, you have their name and you have their addresses, you probably have their phone numbers. You probably can now get their email addresses too. And they all have to go in your database. All your children's friends that you're inviting to their birthdays, their parents should be in your database. So everybody who knows you and everybody you know have to be in your database. If your circle is not that big, then guess what? You need to expand your circle. Be more friendly. So that's all I can say.
Let's say you have somebody's phone number, but you really want to get their email. Do you recommend like a strategy to not make it kind of like awkward? I don't want to say,
No, there is no
"Oh,
awkward
marketing."
No, just call them, say, listen, can I have your email address? Because you know I'm in real estate. If they know you, if you know somebody, if they're your friend, and if you ask them for their email address, what are they gonna say? Oh no, Denise, I'm sorry, I can't give you my email address.
They say, you already have my phone number. What do you need my email for?
No, because they said, there's something I want to email you.
Okay.
Hey, I'm in real estate. You're my friend, right? I just want to give you good information. I'm building my database. Just be honest, I'm building my database. Believe me, your friends are not going to say, I'm not giving you my email address.
Okay.
If they say, they're not your friends.
Okay.
Okay? Unless you have proven that you're stalking them all the time.
No.
All right. So those were the important things about lead follow-up. I mean, lead generation and prospecting. So I want you, just like I said, the next 3 months, our focus and our intention is all on building up your database. Lead generation, you will need to learn scripts. I'll send you the scripts so you can practice those scripts. It's best to have an accountability partner so you can practice the scripts together, maybe like 15 minutes a day. Just go back and forth and practice those scripts with one another so you can get better and better. And it will be, the whole purpose is that when you are saying something, it just comes out naturally. God knows a lot of people will say, oh, I don't believe in scripts because they're so phony. But guess what? Those scripts were not created out of nowhere. Those scripts, for most part, have a reason that they are like that because they're not close-ended questions. They're open-ended questions. They have been developed so that one question will lead to something else. So it's important to learn those scripts and internalize it. And as time goes by, you will make it your own personal way. Your personality will show in that. But memorize the scripts. You are going back to school. Osana, whatever you're forcing your kids to do the homework, guess what? You are going to their world and you are going to practice those things.
Yeah, they actually got used to me because I was studying for the real estate exam. So they got used to me studying, and this is kind of the same thing, continuing that schedule.
Nice. It's very exciting. I'm telling you, this learning part is also very exciting. And I can't wait. Like I told both of you, I want both of you to be the rookies of the year next year. 2022, you two are going to be the rookies of the year. All right?
I have no doubt we will. Denise will work together, right?
Yes.
You two can exchange phone numbers. And all you have to
Feel
do
free
is
to give me a call or text me.
Yes, I saw your number in the chat. I'm gonna text you after the meeting.
okay, perfect. Let me close this. All right. We will also learn about follow-up with everybody that you meet because we always say fortune is in the follow-up. It's one thing to get a lead, like you've gone to a gathering and somebody said, yeah, we will be looking for a house next, but in Easter. There are two types of agent. great agent and middle agent. Like I said in here, if somebody says, I'm going to buy in 6 months, the middle agent will wait about 5.5 months to call that buyer again, only to find out that they already put an offer on a house and closed escrow last month. So you missed out on a commission and the lifetime value of a person who could have been a perfect source of referrals to you. In matter of fact, this morning, I have a buyer's agent here, and I had given him a name from a listing that I had in Sunland. And that person came in and I gave him that phone number and the name, and I said, follow up with him. I didn't know if he has followed up, and I take it upon me for not being on top of it with him. I called him today and he said, oh, we already bought something, and about 10, 15 days after we saw you on that listing, we saw another property that we wrote an offer on. First, it didn't go through, but then it fell out, and we got it for $725,000. Now, I want you to think, 725,000 times 2.5%, that's $18,000 commission. Could I do something good with that 18,000, even if after I give some whatever I need to give the company? Of course. I was pissed. I wasn't pissed at him. I was pissed at him, and I told him that too. But I was more pissed on me because I thought I have not trained him well enough for him to know how important the follow-up is. You have buyers. If you don't make appointment to show them properties, you're just another name of tons of agents who have called them and said, oh, I will put you up on this MLS search and you will get properties from me. Well, you know what? Zillow already does that for me. I don't need to be another Zillow or Redfin. But the ones who go out and show property to these people are the ones that they will build relationship with. So I don't want you to be a middle agent. You need to be the ones who do follow-up and aggressively go after those buyers and sellers. And we will work on that as well. All right. Let me see if I did write anything. Okay, the last thing. The 7 things that you must have on your daily schedule. Oksana, you have to mute yourself. That's all right. Required activities: lead generation, lead follow-up, lead conversion, showing properties, practicing your scripts, self-development, and getting to know your market. These are things that have to be on your calendar if you want to be successful in this business. I will put this, after recording, this will go in my YouTube channel, and I will let you know, and you can just subscribe to it and listen to it again later. But like I told both of you yesterday, real estate is one of the hardest markets to break into because there's so many agents out there. And unfortunately, for most part, our reputation is not as rosy as we want to believe. And it is up to us, each one of us, to prove it to the people that are choosing to work with us, that we are professionals, that we are assertive, because I hate the word aggressive. We are assertive, and we will do everything in our power to get a good deal for them. And throughout the transaction, they come first. Our commission doesn't come first, because the moment our commission comes the first priority, the customer is on the second row, and it cannot happen. Not at least for the people that are in my training program, because it will show. I want you to be the agents that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, are the agents who have the best reputation in the business. Yes, you may have to lose 1 or 2 deals here and there, but you will be the ones that your clientele will keep referring you clients. It requires discipline, it requires new habits, it requires new mindset, and it requires sticking to the program and paying your dues. I always say a doctor, a lawyer, how many years do they go to school to become a doctor? At the minimum, 4 years of general school, 4 or 5 years of medical school, and then probably 2 more years of residency and specialty with $700,000 student loan. And they have to do everything that you are doing in the beginning to get their business going. And how much they make, the sky is the ceiling for them. But in the beginning, they probably make residency $50,000, $70,000 a year. And here we are in real estate in Los Angeles, needless to say, that you can sell 7, 8 homes and you're making $120,000, $150,000 homes a year. So that's why I'm saying take your job seriously and professionally, because this is where you want to be. You want to work from a very high standards. All right. Any questions? Okay. I'm gonna stop recording right now. If I know how to do this, stop share.